I clearly favor the gold issue when it comes to gold and Bitcoin. I take a position opposite to yours when it comes to Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is zeros and ones, and it has no inherent value. And it must eventually go back to zero. Now, that does not mean I'm 100% correct on this. It just means that that's what I think as I stand today about my understanding of cryptocurrencies. And I feel far more confident about real substances like gold and copper. So I prefer to invest in something that I'm reasonably sure of rather than of something that I have either not enough understanding of, or which I think has no value.
So my take on Bitcoin is that the values behind it and the ideas behind it are extremely powerful. And we see that still today at Bitcoin 2021 and back in, I guess it was June of this year. There was 12,000 people there. Many of them were of the libertarian conservative persuasion, which means that it has really in many ways kept the same attention that it had back in 08, 09 to 2012 before it had real mainstream press attention. That is, those libertarian conservative values are still there backing Bitcoin. However, I think that Bitcoin, while it might be a hedge against inflation, it certainly is not the what I call ultimate safe haven that gold is. Gold is the safe haven of last resort. Bitcoin is not that. As Klaus Schwab, who runs the World Economic Forum, has said, that he expects some sort of cyber attack to kind of paralyze our systems. In such an event, while you might still be able to hold your Bitcoin, the fact that you can't reasonably send them to other parties unless you absolutely trust those other parties, that you're actually sending this Bitcoin transaction online, and then once the internet comes back up, then it's going to be completed, is like not a good situation to be in. And that's where I think something like gold as the safe haven of last resort, and silver, safe haven of last resort, comes in. That's why I see these things as two completely different commodities. They are not anywhere, they're totally different. And I think that the Bitcoiners who are thinking in terms of a safe haven of last resort in the event of a black swan event, which Palantir did with their $100 million gold purchase in the event of a black swan event, they're naive. The Bitcoiners are naive. The gold bugs, many of them probably should not come anywhere near Bitcoin because they might not have the technical skills to hold the Bitcoin themselves. And then they will be holding it on Coinbase, for instance, which then I guess flies in the face of everything they want in an asset, or I'm sorry, a commodity,